And before I begin my story, I just want to give a little background information about my parents and my cultures, because those are two very important parts of my story. See, I was fortunate enough to be brought up in two different cultures. I was born in America, but my parents are from Ghana, West Africa. And they had some pretty good lives in Ghana. My dad was an architect, and my mom was a teacher. And they sacrificed all of that to come to America to provide a better life for my siblings and I. In the Ghanaian culture, respect is vital. Respecting your parents, respecting your community, your elders, and that means that there's certain things that you can't approach your parents with. There's certain things that you have to keep your mouth shut when they tell you. Success is also measured by your socioeconomic status. How much money you make determines how happy you are. Opposed to the American culture, where you're encouraged to chase your dreams, follow your heart, chase your passion, and you can do it. Being in both cultures, finding a middle ground is extremely hard. But I must say, I love my parents. They've pushed me to be the woman that I am, and I could not be here if it wasn't for them. I understand that everything that they do is out of love, but their upbringing is, of course, culturally different. So my story begins as a little girl, wide-eyed, brave, fearless. I mean, I thought I could do anything. I remember I was making a sandwich, and I was just putting everything together, and I loved the creative freedom that it gave me. I ran to my parents, and I said, I'm going to be a chef. And they shut that dream down so quick. You're going to be a what? No, you're going to be a doctor. Silly me, I forgot my life was planned out already. I didn't understand why I couldn't be a chef, but because my parents told me so, I just went along with it. A few years go by, I was watching TV. I did a lot of that. I watched a lot of TV, and I read a lot of books. I was watching Oprah, Tyra, CNN, anything. And I remember one day, it just clicked. That is where I needed to be. It was like a fire just ignited in me. I ran to my parents, and I said, I know what I want to do. I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be speaking. I don't know exactly how or how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to be there. They said, what? You forgot again, huh? You're going to be a doctor. You can be an anesthesiologist, pediatrician. You know, there's so many things you could do. And you could be on TV part-time, you know, after you've done all the doctor stuff. I was like, okay, still don't get it. But I can't go against my parents. I have to do everything to make them proud because I just look up to them so much. They've done so much for me. But that struggle, that internal struggle, for me, spiraled a deep depression because I just didn't understand. I found my passion. I found what I wanted to do with my life. But it went against what my parents wanted for me. And they've done everything and sacrificed everything. They have such high hopes for me. I can't let them down. This internal battle, like I said, spiraled a deep depression. And I remember one day, I went to the bathroom and I was looking at all the pills. And the thought crossed my mind. And of course, I couldn't go through with it. But I attempted to 2 more times. And I remember the last time I was in the kitchen and I grabbed a knife. And before I could even think about anything, all the thoughts ran through my head. If I can't accomplish my passion, is there a point of living? My sister walked in. She was about 4. So she obviously didn't know what was going on. We looked at each other. And in that moment, I realized that even if I wasn't going to do this for myself, I had to do it for them. I had to be that scapegoat. I had to fight for my dreams and push through so that they can also do the same. I had to be an example for them. So I quickly got myself together and played it off. I put it back, and to this day, she didn't know what was going on. Not doing that and keeping all that hurt and pain and resentment inside, it showed in school. I was pretty popular, but I became a bully. And I wasn't a bully that everybody hated. People still liked me, found me funny, but I would take jabs at everybody. Or like I'll pick out little things around people to make them feel better, to make myself feel better. And the crazy part is, though, when I was at school, I was a totally different person. I was free. I joined all the clubs. I did every activity. I was class president, tennis. I did theater, everything. Nobody would have ever guessed that when I went home, I was sad and depressed. I felt trapped. Felt trapped in my own home, around the people who loved me the most, and I couldn't even express that. Senior year rolls around, and it was time to apply to colleges. I wanted to go to Michigan State. I got deferred. I went to my counselor, and she told me, maybe you should apply to a community college. Maybe Michigan State is not for you. Maybe, no, just aim a little lower. I remember going home, and I prayed, God, if I am able to pursue my passion, and if this is what you want me to do, please let me get into Michigan State. I reapplied, and I got in. Told my parents we were all overjoyed. Their future healthcare professional was going to Michigan State University. I could almost cry. Freshman year at Michigan State University, one of the worst years of my life. Hated it. Hated all my classes. I hated science, math, everything. I almost failed out of all my classes because, of course, there was no passion there. There was no interest. I felt forced. I remember the end of that semester, my second semester, I almost failed out of college. And I turned off my lights, and I sat in my room. Everybody was packing up. It was about to be summer break. And I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't come back to this. I have to change something. I was going to change my major. And I was going to do it and not tell my parents. I was going to just lie to them, and they were going to find out graduation. So I went home, and I was feeling ballsy. And I was like, Mom, Dad, I made a presentation and everything. Mom, Dad, I'm going to be a news reporter. Of course, we make $30,000 a year, but I'm going to be happy pursuing what I want to do. What? You want to be a what? Reporting what? You're making how much? You need to be a doctor so that you can take care of your family and take care of yourself. But that's not what I want to do. It doesn't matter. You're here for a reason. We did all this for you, paved the way so that you can make your life better. I was like, no, I can't. I was shaking. I can't. They were like, it's best if you listen to us. We know what's best for you. And there goes that respect part. I was conflicted, but I couldn't. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm sorry, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go against your wishes. And then they told me, okay, but we cannot financially invest. They were paying for my tuition. We can no longer invest in your schooling because we cannot take a risk on something that we don't know you're going to get a job in. You're a woman and you're black. Do you really think that everything's going to be in your favor? I'm willing to work hard for it. This is what I want to do. I'm going to work hard for it. Okay, but we're not paying for your tuition anymore. Crap. So I went to financial aid when school started, changed my major. I was ready, whatever. Went to the financial aid office, and I went to this guy, and he told me, yeah, it's not looking too good. You might have to take a semester or 3 off, or maybe just reconsider what you want to do with your future. Thank you.